குத்து விளக்கெரிய கோட்டுக்கால் கட்டில் மேல் 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 மெத்தென்ற பஞ்ச சயனத்தின் மேலேறி மெத்தென்ற பஞ்ச சயனத்தின் மேலேறி மெத்தென்ற பஞ்ச சயனத்தின் மேலேறி கொத்தல பூங்குழ நாப்பினை கொங்கை மேல் கொத்தல பூங்குழ நாப்பினை கொங்கை மேல் கொத்தல பூங்குழ நாப்பினை கொங்கை மேல் வைத்து கிடந்த மலர் மார்பாவாய் திரவாய் வைத்து கிடந்த மலர் மார்பாவாய் திரவாய் மைத்தடன் கண்ணீனாய் நீ உன் மணாளனை மைத்தடன் கண்ணீனாய் நீ உன் மணாளனை எத்தனை போதும் துயிலேழ ஒட்டாய்கான் எத்தனை போதும் துயிலேழ ஒட்டாய்கான் எத்தனை ஏழும் பிரிவாற்று இல்லாயார் எத்தனை ஏழும் பிரிவாற்று இல்லாயார் எத்தனை ஏழும் பிரிவாற்று இல்லாயார் தத்துவம் அன்று தகவேலோரம்பாவாய் தத்துவம் அன்று தகவேலோரம்பாவாய் ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
अस्मद् गुरुपरम्परायै नमः. श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि. नीलादुङ्गस्तनगिरिदडी शुब्धमुद्बोध्य कृष्णं पारात्यं स्वं श्रुतिसदशिरस् सिद्धमध्यापयन्ति सोच्चिष्टायां सृजिनिगलिदं याबलात् कृतभुङ्क्ते கோதாதசை நமயிடமிடம் பூயே வாசு பூயः. அன்னவயல் புதுவை ஆண்டாள் அரங்கற்கு பன்னு திருப்பாவை பல்பதிகம் இன் இசையால் பாடிக் கொடுத்தாள் நற்பாமாலை பூமாலை சூடிக் கொடுத்தாளைச் சொல்லு. சூடிக் கொடுத்த சுடர்கொடியே தொல்பாவை பாடி அருளவல்ல பல்வளையாய் நாடினி வெங்கடவர்க்கென்னை விதி என்ற இம்மாற்றம் நம் கடவா வண்ணமே நல்கு. ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம். எம்பெருமானா திருவடிகளே சரணம். சிறொன்று தொப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடியான் திருவடிகளே சரணம். குத்து விளக்கெரிய கோட்டுக்கால் கட்டில் மேல் மெத்தென்ற பஞ்சசயனத்தின் மேலேறி கொத்தலர் பூங்குழல் நப்பின்னை கொங்கை மேல் வைத்து கிடந்த மலர் மார்பா வாய் திரவாய் மைத்தடங்கண்ணினாய் நீ உன் மணாளனை எத்தனை போதும் துளெழ ஒட்டாய் காண் எத்தனை ஏலும் பிரிவாற்ற இல்லாயால் தத்துவமன்று தகவேலோரம்பாவாய். Today is the 19th Pasuram of Thiruppavai. As we've been telling, all these 30 Pasurams reflect only Prabhati. Because of the 30-minute limitation, Adiyan is restricting mostly to the Swabhadesam, the inner meaning. The inner meaning, how this Thiruppavai connects to the Prabhati, especially when you have completed the Prabhati, rest of the days on this earth, just sitting on the boarding lounge, How would you do so that your boarding pass is always valid and you try to go and enjoy the moksham? The moksha anandam you try to enjoy here itself. Today's Pasuram is a second of the three Pasurams about the merciful mothers of ours. There are three Piratis are there. Here we are concentrating on the Nappinnai Pirati, who is very beloved to Lord Krishna. She is called Ilaya Pirati. She is awakened by the Prabannas. We'll see the external meaning very quickly and go into the Swabadesam. Nappinnai Pirati is sleeping with Lord Krishna in the bed. In this Pasuram, Gopikastris are trying to wake the Divya Dampatis. The divine couple, both of them together, they are trying to wake them up. This Pasuram is the basis for the Taniyan. Shri Parashara Bhattar has done Neela Dungastanagiri Dadi. That is based on this Pasuram. In the last Pasuram 18, Undu Madagaletran, Nappinnai Pirati was addressed Nandagopalan Marumagale Nappinnai. In this Pasuram 19th, Kuttu Vilakkeriya Maitadang Kandinai Kottalar Pungural Nappinnai. We will be seeing like that. And in the next Pasuram 20th, in the Muppatumuvar Amararke, Seppennamen Mulai Sevai Sirumarungal Nappinnai Nangai Tirive Tulerai. The Nappinnai Pirati is awakened by three Pasurams addressed three times. And the three is very important. In Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam, we can bring the three into many of the philosophies. We'll go into the inner meaning, the Swabadesam. Andal is praying Bhagavan and Pirati together, requesting both of them to grant the experience of the Parama Purushartham, the ultimate reward of the moksham here itself. That is the theme of this Pasuram. This Pasuram is also the summation of when we tell the Dvaya Mantram, the second part of the Dvaya Mantram, Srimade Narayanaya Namaha, the Uttarartham of the Dvaya Mantram, which is the Kaingarya Prapti, and is the lotus feet of the Bhagavan and Pirati. Kutti Vilakkeriya, the lamp of knowledge lit by the Acharya's Upadesam. Acharyas remove the darkness, which is the ignorance in the disciple's mind. Guru itself means, Gu means the darkness, Ru means remover. He teaches the meanings of the Shastra. He teaches the Acharya Anushtanams. Not only that, he follows them. There's a difference between a Guru and an Acharya. Guru just teaches. Acharya teach and he also follows that one. The easy example, you can look at the baseball game where the manager stays outside. He coaches everyone, but he never plays. Gurus are like that. In cricket, the captain is among the 11 players. He controls others. He also plays and follows the same rules. That is the Acharya. Lamps, when we say Kuttu Vilakkeriya, Vilakki here, is very special in Sanatana Dharma. It is a form that shows the Tejas and the Jnanam. Tejas is the luster, Jnanam is the knowledge. The lamp leads us from darkness towards the light. Tamosoma Jyotirgamaya. Brihadaranya Upanishad says, please lead me from the darkness to the light. It burns and gives heat, light and peace. Kutti Vilakkeriya. A qualified disciple approaches the Acharya and requests him to instruct the Tattva Jnanam. Through the Acharya Upadesam, we gain the Tattva Jnana. Even while we are in Leela Vibhuti, we understand we can do the Bhagavat Kaingaryam. We can involve in Bhagavat Gunadishayam. What we learn from that knowledge, why and how to do this procedure of Prabhatti and how we live after the Prabhatti, that is what we learn from that one. Yeti Manatharil Jnana Vilakkai. Swami Desikan says, Acharya is the one who lights up the stunning lamp of knowledge to drive out the darkness, to drive out the ajnanam from the disciples. Three types of valakku is common. Nila valakku, that is like a Kerala style, cone shaped. Annapakshi, swan, hamsa valakku. And the third one is Kuttu valakku. Kuttu valakku will have 5 mukams, 5 faces, 5 nozzles. When we add oil in one mukam, it spreads evenly to all the other 4 mukams and produces illumination very nicely. The 5 faces, the 5 nozzles, we call that one 5 states of the Bhagavan. Para, Vyuga, Vibhava, Harda, Archai. Any form you meditate, as the oil flows everywhere, the bhakti will flow into all the 5 states. All the 5 could represent Panchabhutams, earth, water, fire, air, and space, with which our body is made. So it's a resemblance of our body. Thus the Kuttu Valakku representing lighting the Jnana Deepam, which removes the darkness in the samsara. Kotukkal Kattil Mel, the bed represents Leela Vibhuti, the universe. Bhagavan creates this Leela Vibhuti. Nitya Vibhuti is always permanent, as the name says. Leela Vibhuti is one word for his playful acts. Logavate Leela Kaivalyam, Brahmasutra says, the creation Lord makes here is a sport for him. Bhagavan does his Srishti, Sthiti, Samharam of this universe merely for his own enjoyment. So, the cot or bed is called Samsaram, Samsara Logam, Leela Vibhuti. It has got 4 legs. Any bed, cot has got 4 legs. Likewise, Bhagavan gives 4 types of body, Shariram, Deva, Manushya, Tiriyang, Stavara, angels, humans, animals, trees or plants. Jivas get one of these things. Based on their karma, Punarabhijanam, Punarabhimaranam. Bhagavan takes something out of all your pava muttai, all the sins, one of the box he removes. Based on that one, he gives the Janma, the Shariram for us. Jivans serve Lord in the Sri Vaikuntha. We know that, Muktas and Nityas. The Jnanam is fully spread over there. Jnana Vikasham. It is natural there. Everything is a Sattva Guna there. But receiving the Jnana in the Leela Vibhuti and trying to serve the Bhagavan is very special. With so many obstacles, it is rare to get the proper Jnanam or engage in the spiritual activities. Bhagavad Ramanuja very beautifully says in the Sharanagari Gatyam, Prakriti itself, the world we are living in, the Leela Vibhuti creates 3 obstacles. Bhagavat Swarupa Tirodhanakari, it hides the truth of who is the Paramatma. Viparita Jnana Janani, it causes perverted knowledge, wrong understanding of the Tattvas. So Vishaya Chabogya Buddhe Janani, put our buddhi into the enjoyment of the worldly pleasures. So, knowing and experiencing Bhagavan here in the middle of Nastigas, Viparita Astigas, and all other distraction, all other temptation is very special. Mettendra Panjasayanatin Meleri. To those gifted souls who understand all of them with their respective bodies, what they have, Acharya instructs for them when you go to them the Artha Panjagam, the 5 essentials what you have to know. These are the fundamental unit one needs to understand. We've been telling this one before. It's called Yahoo, Yahoo, Prapasya Brahmano Rubam, Praptusya Pratyagatmanaha, Praptuvayam Palam Prapte, Tada Prapti Virodhiche, Vadanti Sagala Vedase, Idigasha Puranagha, Harida Samhirei, which comes in the Pancharatra Shastra, says we have to understand 5 things. The nature of 5 things. Prapasya Brahmano Rubam, the ultimate objective is Brahmam. Praptusya Pratyagatmanaha, the nature of the individual soul we are here, which want to attain the Bhagavan. Praptuvayam, the means of accomplishing that goal, Ubayam, Bhakti or Prabhati. Palam, the nature of the goal, the reward, Ubeyam, Purushartham, is the moksha prapti. Prapti virodhi, the obstacles in the way that's going to stop us to attain that palan is the samsaram, ego, and all of them. Vadanti sagala vedasya idigasa puranaha. So tell the Vedas, idigasas, and Puranas and everything. Okay, so this we understand like Yahoo, Yahoo. You access him with an objective without any obstacles. So, what is the problem here? We have the obstacles, and if you remove the obstacle, we can easily attain the Bhagavan. What is the obstacle? When you look at that one, we have a vicious circle. Ajnanam, karma, vasanai, ruji, dega sambandham. This is a continuous cycle on that. Avidya, ajnanam, thinking Sariram as the Atma. Sariram is different from Atma. Thinking Atma is independent. Oh, I am the boss, Atma thinks. No, you are not. These are the Ahangara Mamagarangal. Karma, Ajnanam leads to the karma. Karma means you do the action, you get the punyam and pavam. Vasana is a samskaram, impression, quality born out of avidya and karma. When the baby is born, immediately it drinks the milk from the mother. Who taught the baby how to drink? This is the vasana. One kind of an art nobody has to teach is eating. Everybody knows how to eat starting from the birth. That is the vasana. Ruchi, the desire of certain things you enjoyed, so that taste you already know. Prakriti sambandham, dega sambandham, you get that one. This goes as a vicious circle. To break that one, the weakest link is avidya, ajnanam. That ajnanam has to be removed. That is what we are talking about, the vilakku. Artha panchaga jnanam, Andal says, to know these five arthas, Artha panchaga jnanam, is received from the acharyas in this Prakriti Mandalam itself through the Upadesham, and we try to enjoy the Bhagavan. Kottalar Pungural Napinnai Kwangai Mail Vaitekadanda Malar Marba Vaideravai. The Acharya first instructs the Jnanam. Once you get the Jnanam, follows the Anushtanam, the procedures to be adhering to. We have received the Jnanam. That Jnana slowly matures into the Bhakti. As Emperumanar says, Semushi Bhakti Rubha. Jnanam manifests into the Bhakti. That Bhakti has to follow into an action, practice, Anushtanam. Our Anushtanam will succeed only when we take refuge at the Divya Dampatis together. So when we say, Kottalar Pongural Napinnai Kongai Mail Vaitekadanda Malar Marba Vaideravai, these two lines emphasize we must approach Perumal and Pirati together. Kottalar Pongural describe Pirati's beauty. Napinnai Kongai Mail Vaitekadanda, the chest of Napinnai denotes the bhakti coming from our heart. Perumal is subdued, calmed, charmed by Napinnai's bhakti. Bhagavan yields only to bhakti. Remember, like Sagadeva and Yashoda, Pattudaiyadiyavar Kaliyavan, Pirargalakkariya Vittagan, Namalvar says, Bhagavan makes himself so easy, accessible by bhakti. But any other means you try is very remote. Malar Marba Vaiteravai, Andal says here, Vaiteravai, open your mouth. Instead of Elindirai, all other places he says Elindirai. Because Perumal is already mesmerized by Pirati's bhakti and prema, their love and affection, he doesn't have to rise. Even just saying, I bless you, that is enough. Kidandavar Elindirende, Pesuvali Kesane. As Thirumisai Piran says to Kumbakonam Aramada Alvar, Aramada Bhagavan, he was lying down. When Tirumeshwar was coming down, he was saying, the Bhakta, I come from such a remote place and put all the hard measures to come and see you, and you are still lying down. Wake up. You should come outside and welcome me. See, Bhagavan immediately, in a fast way, is trying to get up. Then Alvar says, that's okay. Your movement is good enough, stay there. That's why he was in the Uttanaseni, not lying down, not sitting down. Kidandavarendirind, Pesuvari Kesane, Irindi, Irindi, Pesi, same thing here. Malar Marba, Vaiteravai. Request the Purushartha Kaingaryam, we must do to both of the Divya Dampatis. Swami Desian explains in Arthapanchakadikaram and Ragasatrasaram, Oru Miduname Uddeshyam. The divine couple together is the goal. Why Vaiteravai instead of Irindirai? Again, this shows Bhagavan's soft nature. Even if someone comes with a Mitra Bhavam, casual friendship, he will not reject. Mitra Bhavena Sampraptam Nattacheyam Kadanjana. Ramana Sloka says, even not a true friend, trying to trick the Bhagavan as a friend. If someone comes to me, I will not reject. I will give refuge, even someone pretend or trick to be my friend. The same thing with Sharanagati and Prabhatti. Even if you don't believe certain places, and then you say, I'm going to go and do, I don't have the full confidence. That's okay. Manda Vishwasam Maga Vishwasam Aghi, as Desikan says, make the attempt. When you touch the fire, whether you know or not, it will yield its effect. Same thing with the Prabhatti. So, just go and do that one. Bhagavan will take care of correcting your knowledge and putting yourself at the feet to him all the time. By understanding Bhagavad Gunas, we know the Karuna, Daya, Anukampa. One may think, there is no necessity for practice recommendation after all. We can ask the Bhagavan directly. To understand Perumal Tirukkalyana Gunas, why we think like this one, we have to look at the Prabhatti Prayoga Mantram. The Prayoga Mantram is Dvayam. In the Dvayam, we say Sri, Mate, Narayana, Charanau, Sharanam, Prabhat, Ye. 7 letters are there, 7 parts we are saying. In that one, Narayana Padam, that is used at the Ubayam place. What are the Tirukkalyana Gunas for the Narayana Padam? As explained by Nammalvar also in Agalagelle, Neriyamendre, Alan Mail Mange Uremar Bha. When you say that one, what's Swamitvam, Vatsalyam, Sausilyam, Saulabhyam. Swamitvam is ultimate independence and authority. Vatsalyam is extreme affection. Sausilyam means higher up person voluntarily comes down, moves with the lower one equally. Like Bhagavan moves with Guha. Saulabhyam, easy accessibility, very beautiful. When the Gopikas take Krishna, Krishna is so dark, they want to take the manjal, turmeric, and they want to scratch that one and see whether it is the right yellow color. So they could not find any stone. They ask Krishna, bend down, and they will be scratching on Krishna's back. That is the Saulabhyam. Though the 3 gunas we see, Vatsalyam, Sausilyam, and Saulabhyam are great, but we are scared about the Swamitvam. Because Swamitvam is the ultimate independence and authority. So Bhagavan himself has told, Pirati is a Purushakara Budai, ultimate recommender, mediator in the Pancharatra Sastram. Akam mat praptu bhayo vai sakshas Lakshmi padiswayam. Lakshmi Purushakharena Vallabha Prapti Yogini Edasyasya Viseshayam Nigamanteshu Sapyade. Bhagavan himself says in Pancharatra Sastra, for all jivas to attain me is the ultimate objective. For that reward Palan, I am the only means, Ubhayam. My beloved, Sri Mahalakshmi is the helper in this. And she does the mediation, conciliation, negotiation, that kind of a task. This recommendation ideology is explained in all the Vedantas. Pidevatvat preya janani paripurna gasi jane idas rodo vritya bhavati chakata chit kalushadhi kimedan nirdosha jagadidito mujidaihi Ubaye Vismarya Sojanayasi Mada Tadasinaha. What beautiful sloga in Sri Gunaratna Kosam. Parashara Bhattar is explaining this one. Despite of continued trillions of sins what we do, Bhagavan, though infinitely merciful, sometimes he gets angry. Looking at continues to do these sins. Then what Pirati does? She intercepts him and says, who in the world is flawless? At least this Jivan realizes the mistakes, come and does the surrender to us, and he takes refuge. We should be nice to him. By saying those words, she cools his anger. Thirumagal kettu avane ketpittu tannadiyaradaya taanadaindu kurainiki nirayaki. When we say Sri Padam has got 6 meanings. We go and take refuge to Pirati. She makes refuge to the Bhagavan. She makes us to Bhagavan to accept us. She takes out all our bad qualities. She fills with good qualities. All these things, Sri Sabdam, in the Dvayadigaram, we can see all of them in the Ragasetrasaram. So, the Purushagaratvam is inevitable. Pillilogacharya Swami says, நீரிலே நெருப்பு கிளறுமா போலே குளிர்ந்த திருவுள்ளத்திலே அபராதத்தால் சீற்றம் பிறந்தால் பொறுப்பது இவளுக்காக. He says, the Lord is naturally Karuna Sagaran, ocean of mercy. Unfortunately, we have done sins, trillions of them, and continued to do the worst nature. Sometimes, even Bhagavan cannot tolerate. It is possible that he may get an angry at some time. It's just like fire coming out of the cool ocean. It happens, if it happens, then Pirati standing there close by cools that anger off. Alli malar magal boga mayakkugal, Alvar says, Pirati is using all her tricks and influences the Bhagavan to listen to him. So thus, Pirati Purushagaratvam is mandatory, even though Bhagavan is Karuna Sagaran. According to the Shastras, despite of Bhagavan being an ocean of mercy, we need to go to the Pirati first as a Purushagarat Bodhai. So Andal says here, we have come here seeking both of you. You possess such an auspicious qualities, why not you open your mouth and bless us? The scene looks like this. When Perumal tries to bless him, Pirati retains him and takes the precedence. Malar Marbha. When we say Malar Marbha, this term denotes Bhagavan with most generous heart. He grants all type of Purushattam, Chadurveda Purushattam, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Aram, Purul, Inbam, Vidu, all of them he gives. Vai. Please open your mouth and say that you have accepted our Prabhati. As the Alvar says, Kudi Kudi Vari and Achayum Tondar Karuli, Jodivai Tirande, Un Tamare Kangalal Nokai, Jodivai Tirande. Can you please glance through your lotus eyes, open your mouth and bless? That is the request I am making. Alvar is saying like that. So, Vai Teravai, Malar Maravaba, Vai Teravai, Maitadang Kandinai, oh beautiful long-eyed Napinnai, we thought you were going to help us. Instead, you got such a beautiful eyes, you are mesmerizing the Lord, and your beautiful eyes becoming a hindrance to us. And now you are staying close to the Krishna, putting all those eyeliners and enchanting the Lord. One with the enchanting eyes, Maitadang Annana, you, we expect you to captivate the Bhagavan and make him available to us. But instead, you captivate him and keep him for yourself. Is this right? Ni unmanalanai, ettanai boidum tuilavataigan, ettana yelim pirivata yellayal, tattuvamendre tagavelorembhavai. Ni here means the Purushagara Bodhai mediator. Unmanalanai, the Nayagan, Nathan, fit to be enjoyed by you and everyone else. As a recommender, you should plead with him to forgive our faults. But what are you doing? You start enjoying him alone, leaving us outside. You have kept him only for yourself. preventing others enjoying him fully. Is that fair? Ettanayelum pirivatra illayal. You cannot bear the separation from the Lord. We understand that. Then how about us? While we have been separated so long, you are not helping. Is that right? Not sharing your anubhavam with us. Here the tone gets slightly harsh. So, Napinnai, you have to act as a mediator, Purushagara Bodhi, to attain and enjoy the Lord. Instead, you are mesmerizing him and you are mesmerized in the Bhagavan's Lavanya, Saundarya, all those kinds of beauty and completely forgot us. Bhagavan is for everyone, not just for you alone. So, here Napinnai, you are doing the exact opposite of what you are supposed to do. Tattvam andre, tagavu andre, empavai, tattvam andre. Shastra says you are the Purushagara Bodhi. Shriyade and Shrayade. You hear the jivas suffering to protect them and then plead with the Bhagavan to forgive. That is your tattva. Tagavandre, Prati has never got an anger. She is an embodiment of karunyam. Nigraham, she never knows that one. We say anugrahamayam vande nityam ajnana nigraham. When we say that, what you are doing here, Napinnai, tattvam tagavam, it is not your surubam. It is not your sobhavam. Surubam is the one, instead of sharing with you alone, you have to give it to everybody as a Purushagara Bodhi. Your sobhavam, you are a karunya sobhavam. Both of them does not. Is contradicting with this. So the essence of this Pasuram, the prayer to Pirati, grant us Bhagavat Anubhavam, do not keep him only for yourself. As a Purushagara Bodhi, you have to plead for us. This highlights the Artha Panchaka Jnanam. We must approach the Divya Dampadis together. Pirati's role as a Purushagara Bodhi is very essential and it is mandatory. True Bhagavata Bhava means humility, sharing and seeking forgiveness and everything. So in the 19th Pasuram we say, Andal is acting as a Gopika, awakening Krishna and Napinnai together. She beautifully describes the bedroom scene where they are very intimate. The inner meaning is, the intimacy is denoted by Bhakti and Kaingaryam. As Bhaktas enjoying the Tirukalyana gunas at that moment and Bhagavatas performing flawless Kaingaryam. Kavidarkika Simmaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimade Venkadesaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha Srimade Nigamanta Mahadeshigaya Namaha Andal Tiruvadigalе Sharanam.